Good morning, students. So, our today's topic is in continuation with our previous one, in which we did the rules on block diagram reduction. So, in short, block diagram reduction stands with BDR. So, today we are going to discuss some numericals on BDR. So, this is our first numerical. As you all can see, that we have got three forward paths, one consisting of G2, G1 and G3, while there is one feedback path of H1. So if you just see this block diagram, can you see that any rule that comes in your mind that is going to fit in this block diagram and you can simplify out this block diagram? So let's just start. So if you just see here, feedback loop with H1 cannot be solved. Why? Because there is summing point in between. So G1 and G2 parallel blocks cannot be simplified. Why? Because there is a summer of H1 feedback. So we have to first simplify these. So the best rule is to check rule number 5 in the previous presentation and then come back to here. So what rule we are going to adopt here is shifting of takeoff point ahead of a block. So let's go with a quick recap of this rule. Just check out here what happens when we are going to shift a summing point ahead of a block. We should get y, that is rg1 r into g1 minus h1 into g1. So when we are going to shift it ahead of block g1, what we are going to get is rg1 minus h1, but what we should have got h1 into g1. So what we should do when we are going to move a summing point ahead of a block, we should multiply it with the same block. So what we are going to do is we are going to now put g1 h1 in the block diagram of your numerical. So let's start. So what we have done is we have shifted the summing point ahead of block g1 and we have made this summing point as G1 H1 instead of only H1. The sign remains the same. So now what comes into your mind? What should be the second rule that we should apply? Just check out the two summers that are adjacent to one another. So that means we can directly interchange them without addition or subtraction of any block. So let's interchange them, and what we get here. So we are going to interchange them. And this is the block diagram that we have got. And now you can directly, on seeing it, can simply say that we can go for your parallel rule and we can go for your feedback rule. So on solving the parallel blocks, we get G1 plus G2, and on solving the feedback loop, because negative sign is there with G1 H1, we get G3 upon 1 plus G3 G1 H1. And both of these two blocks are in cascade to one another, so we have to simply multiply these two. So here is our answer. So this finishes our numerical 1. Now we come on to your numerical 2. So again, if you just check it out here, we cannot solve G2 and G3 parallel system. Why? Because of the takeoff point of H1, and we cannot solve the feedback loop. Now just check out here, in this feedback loop there is H1 block, but what about this one where there is no block? Whenever there is no block given in the feedback or the forward path, you have to take it as 1 in the numericals. So which rule we are going to apply is, we are going to shift the takeoff point to behind the block G2, right? G2, we have to check it out now how we are going to accomplish it by a quick recap of this rule. So if y point is going to go behind G2 point, we are getting on this takeoff point y as the output, but when we are going to shift it ahead of that G2, we are going to get x as the output on the takeoff point, but we should get as y. So just check out the formula here, y upon x is g. So y equals to g multiplied by x. So again we have to go for the multiplication with g block. So here we are going to replace it with h1 g2 in the block diagram reduction. So the numerical becomes, we have shifted the takeoff point of h1 that was after g2 to before it. So it has become h1 g2. I have shown it with the shaded red color. So now we can simply solve g2 and g3 parallel combination as g2 plus g3. Let's do it. Okay, so now we have got g2 plus g3, and again we are going to shift back the same takeoff point that we shifted before g2 block to after g2 plus g3 block, because we have simplified g2 plus g3 parallel combination, and now we can very easily shift it back to its position. So when we are going to shift it back, just see what is going to happen. We are getting here y, we are getting here x, but when we are going to shift it there, we are going to get y, right? So to make it x, again we have to divide it by g. So let's do it then. So that means when we are going to take our this shift takeoff point before this g2 plus g3, then we have to divide the same with g2 plus g3, and so we have got h1 g2 divided by g2 plus g3. Now just check out that we can simply solve your g2 plus g3 and the feedback loop. Now the feedback has got no block, so it has to be taken as unity. And after solving the feedback formula, with the feedback formula, we get g2 plus g3 divided by 1 plus g2 plus g3 multiplied by 1. So putting this value back here, and now solving the g1 and g2 plus g3 upon 1 plus g2 plus g3 cascade blocks, and then the feedback loop, we are going to get this one. So now I have only put the formula of the feedback path numerator divided by 1 plus forward path transfer function into feedback path transfer function, and then after solving it, what I am going to get is the complete C by R comes out to be g1 g2 plus g1 g3 divided by 1 plus g2 plus g3 plus g1 g2 into h1. So this is our final transfer function, single block with R as the input and C is the output. Now this is our next question. You can find it very simple because now there are 3 blocks only and 2 summers. But if you check it out, we cannot solve anything simply. So what we can do is, there are 2 methods of solving this numerical. There are 2 takeoff points, one before G, one after G. So we can shift one only, either 2 before or after. So there are 2 methods, but we have to go with only one here. So we can either choose path 1 to proceed or path 2 to proceed. Both will lead to the same answer. So what we have done is, we have chosen applied method 2. We have moved the takeoff point ahead of the block, and we have already recapped it that when we are going to move the takeoff point before a block, then it has to be divided by that block. So this becomes h1 by g, and now we can simply see that how simple this numerical has become. This one becomes our g and h2 becomes our feedback loop, and h1 by g and 1, because unity, there is no block, means that is 1, and this becomes our parallel paths having h1 by g as the transfer function and 1 as the transfer function. So now we have to solve it. So here we can see that 1 plus h1 by g, the parallel blocks will give us this value, and g upon 1 plus g h2, because negative sign is there, so in the formula it will become plus. So this is going to give us the 2 cascaded blocks. So solving these, we are finally getting the answer as C by R as g plus h1 upon 1 plus g h2. So that's all. These are the 3 numericals that we have done, and more we are going to, little bit more complex we are going to do in the next lecture. So if you have forgotten any rule, kindly go back to the previous lecture, previous video that I have put, understand those rules, jot them down in your notebook, and then come back to this video. Thanks for watching.